and then for Coach Jake after that. Go ahead.
Jeremy, you guys contained Pete early in the game, and then he kind of got off. Was there something that they did differently, or is it something you guys didn't do, or both?
No, he's just a good player, you know. And good players are going to make shots, make tough shots, and you know, we knew he was going to make shots. And you know, we just needed when he missed or when anybody else missed, we needed to get those rebounds. You know, we gave him too many second effort plays, too many second opportunities, and I think that hurt us a lot.
Does today stand as frustrating just because you guys had seemingly turned a corner in a sense offensively last week, and in the way you guys played, does that make the offensive struggles today that much more frustrating?
I mean, yeah, whenever you don't shoot the ball well, it's frustrating. But, you know, we got to get back to the drawing board, get back to, you know, practicing and getting after each other. I think once we start doing that again, that'll help us out a lot.
Did they throw anything at you, preventing you to get the ball that you either didn't expect or was better than you expected?
No, not really.
What did you see in what they were doing to prevent you from getting the ball at certain stretches, I guess?
I don't know.
Do you feel like you guys got the shots you wanted, Jeremy, or were you quick shooting? I mean, just kind of assess the shot selection overall as a team.
Yeah, you know, I do think we got a lot of open looks, the looks that we wanted. And when those aren't falling, you got to have a different level of toughness. You know, you got to have even more stops than when you were getting before, and you got to rebound better. We weren't making shots, and then we also weren't doing those three things, and it hurt us.
Just with such a big game to quickly turn around on Wednesday, I'd imagine Carolina's probably not forgotten what happened when they came up to your place last year. Just how do you get this team regrouped quickly enough for, you know, a big game on Wednesday?
Just, you know, finding a way to get back to competing at a high level. You know, we got to get after each other, you know, and get into some guys and, you know, challenge each other. Once we start doing that, you know, we'll take a step forward.
Just with a week off, did you see any sort of drop off or anything like that this week in practice? I mean, did the layoff, you know, feel long or anything like that?
No, I don't think so.
Thank you, Jeremy. Go ahead.
Coach, how concerned were you with the struggles in the front court today? I think it was 2 points that could have taken the last minute of the game.
Yeah, you know, I think Jeremy touched on it. You know, we had it felt like we had a number of good offensive possessions, and most of them resulted in 3-point shots in the first 10, 12 minutes of the game. And I think, you know, for the most part, I think those are shots that we're going to be, when I go back and watch them, are going to feel like, okay, those are the right guys shooting them, and they're, you know, that's pretty good offense, making an extra pass after you drive it. But you know, after it had gotten to that point where you don't make 5 or 6 of them, then you need to be able to switch gears and either drive it or throw it inside. You know, one of those two things has to happen. You've got to be able to get to the free throw line or get some scores in the paint, and we did not do that tonight. And we're going to have to be able to do that going forward.
Do you feel like you guys defended Jock okay, and he just hit some tough shots, or?
Yeah, a little bit of both. You know, I think he got loose a couple times, and he had some space. You know, when he's got any kind of space, those are shots he's going to make at a very high rate. And then there were times where we had a hand up. You know, Jeremy was right there and hand to hand when he shot it, and he made a couple. You know, and one of them was really deep. So he made. The thing about him though, it isn't like today was the first time he's made the shots that were contested. You know, he's made those, and I talked about that during the week, and our guys are, of course, well aware of that he's going to make some tough shots. You know, we needed to have a much better offensive game in the first half. You know, we needed to make a couple shots when they did go in. You know, then you've got to be able, as I said, you got to be able to switch gears. We needed to play better offensively in the first half. I don't think we'll be disappointed in our defense, and maybe even our rebounding in the first half. You know, certainly disappointed in our rebounding in the second half. But I thought in the first half, if we get some more points on the board, at least we got a manageable game. You know, at least our guys are in position where we've got a chance in the second half.
When other guys aren't hitting, how hard does that make life on Jeremy? I mean, they're able to pressure him a lot more.
Yeah.
Keep the ball from him.
It's tough. And then when he did drive it tonight and he got in the lane and got to some spots, there was a second guy waiting for him, and in some cases there was a third guy waiting for him. And when that happens. And we've got good enough shooters. And we just showed it last week, and we've shown it in other games. And we've got enough guys that can make shots. When that happens, he plays the game the way the game's supposed to be played. You know, he's passing the ball to the guy that's open. And those guys have made shots this year, and they'll make shots going forward. But when those don't go, and they're paying a lot of attention to Jeremy, again, that's where we've got to be able to throw it inside to Clint or Bennett. We've got to be able to drive it with a couple guys, and we've got to get to the free throw line. Those are areas that our offense needs to improve.
You mentioned that second or third guy helping out of Iowa's D, and watching them on film, had you seen them be that good at it to this point?
They've been much better, certainly in the Iowa State game. I watched that game, a number of different times, and went through it, and they've improved a lot in the first 6 weeks, and their defense has improved right along with their team.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.